applause as he enters. I am the Director, School of Technology.
Namaskar. Good morning, respected August gathering.
Call upon all the students to maintain pin drop silence during the proceedings that take place now onwards. All of you, please maintain silence. Please take the message home. Okay? Over to organizers.
Thank you, sir. Namaskar. Good morning, respected August gathering. Department of Mechanical Engineering, GITAM School of Technology, in collaboration with the Condition Monitoring Society of India, extends a warm welcome to the 12th Dr. V. Bhujanga Rao Endowment Lecture Series on Building a Sustainable Integrated Future with National Vision. I deem it as a privilege to invite the dignitaries onto the dais. I now call upon and request our beloved Head of the Department of Mechanical Engineering, Dr. Rajeshwar Reddy, sir. With immense pleasure and respect, I request Professor K. Nagendra Prasad Garu, Director, Core Engineering, to step onto the dais. Sir, please. I now request Shri PVS Ganesh Kumar Garu, President, Condition Monitoring Society of India, to grace the dais. Dear gathering, we are in the august presence of a very experienced and enriched person who has been guiding us as the Vice Chancellor of GITAM deemed to be University. With immense pleasure and due respect, I invite Professor Errol D'Souza, Vice Chancellor, GITAM deemed to be University. Sir, please. Dear gathering, you will definitely extract and experience the fact that age is just a number. With immense pleasure, I call upon Dr. V. Bhujanga Rao, sir, Chairman, KIMS Foundation and Research Center, former Distinguished Scientist and Director General, NS&M at DRDO. Please, sir. The most awaited time. With utmost respect, I humbly request Dr. Sivathanu Pillai, Founder, CEO, and MD, BrahMos Aerospace, former Chief Controller, Research and Development, DRDO. Prayer.
यज शीतला सस्यश्यामला मातरं वन्दे मातरम् शुभ्रज्योत्स्ना पुलकितयामिनी पुल्लकुसुमित द्रुमदलशोभिनी सुहासिनी सुमधुरभाषिणी सुखदां वरदां मातरं वन्दे मातरम् वन्दे मातरम्
शुभम करोति कल्याणम आरोग्यम धन संपदा शत्रुबुद्धि विनाशाय दीपज्योति नमोस्तुते. I request the dignitaries to kindly join for lighting the lamp as a sign of dissemination of knowledge.
शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपज्योतिर्परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपो हरतु मे पापं सन्ध्यादीपनमोऽस्तुते ओ दीपब्रह्मरूपस्त्वं
I now request Dr. Rajeshwar Reddy Garu, Head of the Department of Mechanical Engineering, to greet the gathering with a welcome note.
Good morning, everyone. I welcome you all to the 12th Dr. Bhujanga Rao Endowment lecture organized jointly by the Department of Mechanical Engineering and the Condition Monitoring Society of India. Okay. On this occasion, I welcome all the distinguished people, starting with Dr. Sivathanu Pillai, founder, CEO, and MD, BrahMos Aerospace, and he was also a Padma Shri and Padma Bhushan Awardee. Another eminent personality on the stage, Dr. Bhujanga Rao Garu. He is currently the chairman of KIMS Foundation and Research Center, and he is the ex-director general DRDO. Then we have Shri PVS Ganesh Kumar Garu. He is the president of CMSI, and he was previously scientist with DRDO. And we have our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Awardee D'Souza, and our beloved Director, GST, Professor K. Nagendra Prasad. And off the dais, extend my warm welcome to many eminent personalities. We have the Director of NSTL, Shri Abraham Varghese, members of the Condition Monitoring Society of India. Then we have faculty, my colleagues, members from the industry, students. Once again, I welcome you all. It is my privilege to host such a prestigious event here. We've been doing this for the past 12 years. And I take this opportunity to present a couple of sentences about the Department of Mechanical Engineering. Established in 1980, the department has gone through many transformations. Currently, we're offering 2 degrees in BTech in Mechanical Engineering and BTech in Robotics and AI, 2 degrees in Masters in Machine Design and Robotics, and Masters in Manufacturing Technology and Automation. And we also currently have a full-fledged PhD program. We have about 200 students and about 60 faculty and staff all put together. And the department currently holds around 1.7 crores worth of projects, externally funded projects from various various organizations such as Ministry of Mines, Department of Science and Technology, uh, Development Foundation, Innovation and Development Foundation, etc. And we publish an average of 50 high-indexed publications every year. Faculty mainly work in the areas of materials and manufacturing, green fuels and lubricants, and applied robotics. We also do consultancy work in various fields such as material characterization and testing, fuels, machining and manufacturing, corrosion, etc. We also host 2 student clubs. They're volunteering today, GITAM Automotive Club and the GITAM Aero Modeling Club. So we are committed to offering our students meaningful exposure beyond curriculum and beyond the boundaries of the textbooks. So interactions with distinguished personalities such as the people we have on the stage here, so they serve as a great source of inspiration and motivation to our students. Hopefully all our students take something back with them today. Welcome once again.
Thank you very much, sir. Condition Monitoring Society of India has been pivotal in connecting industry and academia through various dimensions. By way of condition monitoring systems in real-time scenarios, I request Shri PVS Ganesh Kumar Garu, President CMSI, to unfurl vital aspects of CMSI, followed by distribution of CMSI membership certificates. Thank you, sir. Sir, please come.
Very good morning to all of you. First of all, my pranams to the Dr. Sivathanu Pillai sir, who has been a mentor and guide to entire DRDO for a long time, and also the father of BrahMos, as well known by the entire nation. Dr. V. Bhujanga Rao sir, my mentor throughout my career, and also the former Director General, Naval Systems and Materials, and also the founder, president of this Condition Monitoring Society of India. The Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Harold D'Souza, sir, Dr. K. Nagendra Prasad, the Director of GST, Dr. Abraham Varghese, the Director from NSTL, who is off the dais today, Dr. Rajeswar Reddy, the HOD of Mechanical Department at GITAM, Professor M.R. Satyanarayana, my colleague at CMSI, as well as very senior professor at GITAM, Dr. H.N. Das, Associate Director of NSTL, many other colleagues from CMSI, including K.N.S. Prakash Rao, Dr. B.V.S. Bhaskar Raju, Dr. Venkatatnu, who is our General Secretary, Dr. Ramakrishna is here, and of course from I could find Anits also present here, Professor Ramakrishna and others, from of course other institutes also, and my colleagues, elder colleagues from NSTL. Many colleagues are here who are also members of CMSI. And of course, faculty members of Gandhi Institute of Technology and Management, deemed to be university. And of course, budding students, all of you, a very good morning. And of course, many other dignitaries of the dais, invitees are there, including our Captain Krishna, who has come specially from Vijayawada to witness this lecture. First of all, I would like to say my gratitude. Particularly, we are very delighted to have beloved Dr. Sivathanu Pillai sir. He has agreed to deliver this year's Dr. V. Bhujanga Rao Endowment lecture. Of course, as I already mentioned, he needs no introduction, as he is well known for his achievements in the entire country, in the particularly field of defense and aerospace. And being the founder and CEO and MD of now famous BrahMos Aerospace, he is known as the father of BrahMos missile. All of you are aware of the material shown by the BrahMos missile in recent Operation Sindoor. And that really shows the kind of hard work that would have gone into making this BrahMos missile in collaboration with Russia. So a big applause obviously is due for this. Sir, we are truly honored to have you here today. On behalf of CMSI, I wish to convey our gratitude to you for accepting to deliver today's Dr. Bhujanga Rao Endowment lecture. Of course, here I am there to share a brief perspective about the society called Condition Monitoring Society of India, which I am the president as on today. In fact, if you look at the industry today, it is undergoing a lot of transformation in recent times, with cyber physical systems, particularly IoT, playing a big role in driving the products as well as processes, which was termed as Industry 4.0 by many all over the world. And in fact, people are already talking of Industry 5.0. It is very well acknowledged that condition monitoring now is a central pillar of Industry 4.0. In fact, today when I was speaking to Captain Krishna, he mentioned that he is remotely able to monitor almost entire railway network of stations through condition monitoring tools. So which shows the effectiveness of condition monitoring in the industry as well as systems. Some of you may be wondering what is this condition monitoring and what is its significance. Some of you are new to condition monitoring. Well, if you put it in a simple way, I would say it is nothing but a maintenance strategy, a predictive maintenance strategy, wherein you can identify any fault that is developing at an advanced stage, so that you can take corrective action quickly and not allow any catastrophic failure, either in the industry or in the structures, like machines and structures. So how do you do that? Basically, what you do is you simply use some sensing elements, sensing parameters, like, for example, vibration, or you may be sensing temperature, you may be sensing pressure, and so on. So by sensing them, you are able to identify some kind of a trend over a period of time and observe whether anything abnormal is happening in the machine or the structure. So this is the basis of condition monitoring, where you are able to identify a particular parameter, whether it is going abnormal. If it is going abnormal, why it is going abnormal is a process by which you are able to identify the actual fault. That we call it as fault diagnosis process in the condition monitoring. First is sensing, then you process it to identify any particular fault is developing. That is called fault diagnosis. So overall, what we are trying to achieve by this is an effective maintenance strategy in the industry, as well as on structures like aero engines, etc., wherein you will be able to improve the overall functioning and also the productivity in the country. So in a nutshell, we can say condition monitoring provides many benefits, like reduced maintenance cost, decreased downtime, extended asset life, and improved overall operational efficiency. This is in a nutshell, what we are trying to achieve in condition monitoring. And many techniques are there in condition monitoring, like vibration analysis. Is a very popular technique. We have oil analysis, we have motor current analysis, and so on, infrared thermography, and many other ultrasonic techniques, etc. So another point that I would like to stress here is many times people feel condition monitoring is only a mechanical engineering subject, which is actually a wrong notion. In fact, like what I said just now, it has to have sensors, it has to have digital data acquisition, it has to have some processing techniques like signal processing, etc. It has to have some kind of algorithm to identify what is the fault that is developing, and so on. So it is truly interdisciplinary in nature and multidisciplinary. Therefore, it is not restricted to mechanical engineering alone. That should be realized by each and everyone when we talk of condition monitoring. So therefore, I always stress upon the fact that it should not be restricted to only mechanical engineering department. It should be to the entire engineering fraternity. And so, realizing this potential, we started this Condition Monitoring Society way back in 2003, almost now 2 decades old society now. At that time, the vision of Dr. Bhujanga Rao, he proposed this society along with one Professor M. Ananda Rao, who was the founder general secretary from Andhra University. So it was started in a very humble way with about 10 to 15 members sitting together. And we started that in 2003. And gradually it has grown now to a 400 plus members society, all engineers, many maintenance engineers from industry, academicians, as well as R&D scientists, etc. Of course, there are 30 corporate members. We call it as institutional member. 30 institutional members are there who are basically from industry, various industries or academic institutes, and some, of course, R&D labs as well. So with that kind of a humble beginning, it has now grown. And now we have an executive council which looks after the activities of society. And in fact, now it has become a routine for us to conduct a national conference or international conference every year. Earlier, we used to conduct at a period of 2 to 3 years, but nowadays it has become a yearly affair because of the popularity that it has achieved. So last year it was done at Nagpur, and this year we are going to conduct this conference at Bangalore. Our own DRDO lab, GTRE, has agreed to conduct this year during November 27th and 28th. So those of you who are interested to contribute, you are all welcome, particularly faculty members and research scholars who are interested, and also the scientists from labs, etc. So it's already picking up pace with GTRE taking up the lead. And of course, we also have Dr. V. Bhujanga Rao Endowment lecture every year at this very place in GITAM. It was instituted in 2012. After conducting one international conference on condition mounting in 2011, we started this concept of Dr. Bhujanga Rao Endowment lecture. In fact, it was suggested by none other than the founder of GITAM, Dr. MVS Murthy himself at that time, along with the VC at that time. I think Dr. Subramaniam was there, so Professor Subramaniam. So both of them proposed this particular lecture in honor of our founder president of CMSI, Dr. Bhujanga Rao. And from that time onward, there is no looking back. Every year we have been doing this condition mounting endowment lecture of Dr. Bhujanga Rao's endowment lecture. And many stalwarts came here to deliver their talks. Every year, one of the stalwarts used to come and deliver beautiful lectures here. And I think GITAM that way has been supporting this cause continuously for so many years. And we are all fortunate to witness so many stalwarts delivering this talk. And today we have, of course, none other than Dr. Pillai himself delivering this talk. We are very glad. And of course, I would like to just talk about some of the recent developments that are happening in the field of condition mounting. Because I don't want to dwell too long because we are all eager to listen to Dr. Pillai. But I just wanted to stress upon one fact that the condition mounting no longer remains the same old technique what we started in the 80s and 90s. Now it has changed a lot, particularly the artificial intelligence has taken every field into a different level, and condition monitoring is no exception. And therefore, AI in combination with data analytics helps us to extract very meaningful information from data. Earlier, we used to struggle to extract information, but nowadays extracting information has become much easier with the help of AI. So it helps us to make better decisions. Decision making becomes much more simpler and better. And of course, there are many techniques: deep learning, smart sensors, digital twins, cloud-based solutions, augmented reality or virtual reality, and all of them are really influencing the way we do condition monitoring today. It needs a separate lecture to dwell upon all of those aspects. So at this stage, I would only want to say that condition monitoring is really a growing field, and it is very fast growing, in fact. One of the reports clearly says that today its value is almost $4.38 billion in the market, whereas by 2035, it is likely to exceed $9.2 billion. As a nation, we cannot lag behind. We need to catch up in this field. In fact, all over the world, I'm very proud to say defense projects drive these technologies. In not only the condition mounting, in any technology that, for that matter, is the developments in defense really drive high-tech areas, and condition mounting is also one of the areas. And realizing this, way back, Dr. Kota Harinarayana talked about integrated vehicle health monitoring, IVHM. So that concept now finally is culminating into one big project at our DRDO, into IVHM project, wherein we are going to set up the complete health monitoring of complete aircraft. Whether we call it as AMCA, and advanced medium combat aircraft, wherein we can monitor each and every aspect of the aircraft. The kind of failures that we've seen in recent times probably would have been averted, probably if we have a very effective condition monitoring, like the Air India accident or the accidents that happen in various industries, etc. Many of them can be averted if we have an effective monitoring techniques, even including pharma industries and so on. So spin-offs of such programs are expected to penetrate into the industries to increase our overall productivity. I wish to just quote the Carl Schwab, who spoke about one sentence. He said, "It is not big fish which eats small fish. It is not the big fish which eats small fish nowadays. It is the fast fish which eats slow fish. So if you are slower, you are no longer going to survive in this environment." The message is very clear that we should adapt to the latest in the technology to survive in the fast-paced world. So this is what he wanted to say. On behalf of CMSI, I wish to convey our thanks to GITAM management for continuing their heartfelt support in organizing this Dr. V. Bhujanga Rao Endowment lecture in association with our society. And I look forward to further fruitful interactions with GITAM, because GITAM has been my starting point also. After my BTech, I in fact worked as a teaching assistant here in GITAM Institute of Technology for about 1 year before joining NSTL. So I always relate myself to GITAM very much because of that. And of course, I would say best of luck to all the budding students who are going to join this. I think some of the students are getting inducted into GITAM here. Best of luck to all of you. Let us together work towards Viksit Bharat, dream of India, definitely. In the context of our country's drive towards a developed nation, Dr. Pillai sir's topic today, already mentioned there, building a sustainable future integrated with nation's vision, definitely is very relevant. And I'm sure it will provide us with better insights on way forward, how to take it forward for all of us. I wish to thank all the attendees on behalf of CMSI for their encouragement through their participation. Now I have the pleasure of inviting newly enrolled members who are available here to receive their certificates of CMSI. So, first of all, I would like to invite Shri KNS Prakash Rao, who has been now upgraded to Life Fellow from Life Member. You have other name? It is with me. He Manjunath Reddy. He is enrolled as Life Member. No, it's okay. Only one, two are.
Mr. Amit Kumar, Life Member of CMSI.
So with this, I would like to conclude. And thank you once again for this opportunity here. And all the best to all of you. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, sir. Before we could move ahead, all of us would like to acknowledge the distraction-free listening of Zen Alpha. Thank you very much. Please continue to support till the end of this endowment lecture series. We now move over to the next part of our session. Very supportive and encouraging, a very pleasing human being with utmost knowledge. I now request Professor K. Nagendra Prasad Garu, Director, GITAM School of Technology, to deliberate about our prestigious GITAM School of Technology. Sir, please.
I am representing School of Technology. The applause should be even more intense. Sometimes it is fortunate that we are listed towards the end of the program because our earlier speakers would relieve us of many responsibilities. I came with a lot of preparation, but I am not delivering any of these things to you after understanding that most of the content has already reached you. I am very happy to be associated with today's endowment lecture. And we have very distinguished personalities on dais today. To begin with, we have Padma Bhushan, Padma Shri Awardee, Dr. A. Sivathanu Pillai. Let us give big applause to him. And we have Vepakamma Bhujanga Rao, the former DRDO chief. He was at the helm of affairs for 40 years of national prestigious organization, DRDO. Let us give big applause to him. And we are extremely thankful to him for having instituted this endowment lecture, whose name is given to this endowment lecture, Bhujanga Rao's Endowment Lecture. And because of these lectures, we have a series of distinguished personalities visiting GITAM University and delivering lectures on topics of current interest. I'm extremely thankful to you, sir. We have with us Honorable Vice Chancellor, embodiment of simplicity, because I worked with many Vice Chancellors in life. He is such a simple person, always demonstrates how a person can be simple yet adopt big thinking. I'm extremely thankful to you, sir, Dr. Errol D. Souza, sir. Formerly, sir was Director, Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad. You know that? We have, so from the childhood, when I was young, I was following Harsha Bhogle, voice of cricket. He is from IIM Ahmedabad. And we have Gopal Ranjan, the former Reserve Bank of India governor. He is from Indian Institute of Management, a student, alumni. Very distinguished people. Sir would have carved their lives, and he has come here to lead the great GITAM University, which is actually heading for becoming one of the top 100 universities by 2040. We're all working in that direction. Please mark my words, by 2040, if people like Errol D. Souza are there, we are going to make it one of the top 100 universities, among 100 universities in the world. I'm very happy that, sir, today Sivathanu Pillai, sir, is going to deliver a lecture on building a sustainable future integrated with national vision. All of you must be aware what is sustainability. A politician think of next election. A statesman think of next generation. We engineers are all statesmen. We should think of next generation. We have to develop and allow future generations to flourish. That is sustainability. We should not be selfish. We should always keep things safe for our future generations. That is the theme which is current in the entire national thinking, and our Sivathanu Pillai sir is going to speak on sustainable development integrated with national mission. I don't want to come in between you and sir, therefore I take leave of you Wish you all the best. You are going to have completely new experience. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir, for making us visualize and manifest the big picture. Thank you, sir. Dear gathering, we are all honored to have an embodiment of expertise, vivacity, and enriched experience. I humbly request Professor Errol D'Souza, Vice Chancellor, Geetham deemed to be University, to address us.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here and to welcome each and every one of you, especially our main speaker of today, Padma Bhushan, Dr. Pillai, Dr. Bhujanga Rao, who has endowed this lecture, Dr. Ganesh Kumar, my colleagues from GITAM, who have just spoken. It's for me a great honor to be part of today's lecture series. I come from an institution, I'm a social scientist, but I come from an institution which worked very closely with technology people. And as a result, I had the good fortune of doing some work with ISRO, as well as with the CSIR labs when Dr. Mashelkar invited me, to rethink how the CSIR labs should actually go and move forward. Okay? And I always use that opportunity to learn about science and to give my own 2 pice bit about what I think are the issues that are there in the world of science. I used to always joke with scientists, okay, when they talked about sustainability, that there were issues that they hadn't really understood deeply enough. For example, if you take the planetary boundaries hypothesis, which started from 2009 in a famous paper in Nature and then subsequent large number of scientific papers, which were basically saying that there are biophysical, thresholds beyond which humanity will find it difficult to survive. Okay? And if you start to, look at those thresholds, you find many of them are actually not really thresholds. Okay? So if you look at, say, climate change, yes, is a threshold. Okay? Ocean acidification, yes, would be a threshold. But if you look at change in land use, if you look at nitrogen cycle, if you look at other elements like that, aerosol, or even the to some extent there is a lot of debate in science about ozone depletion as well. It is not the case that there are global biophysical thresholds. Okay? Beyond which, if you continue to be economically active, that things will change in a fundamentally different way from what they are today or what they have been historically. Okay? And that's the way in which social scientists actually think that some processes, some ecological processes will have a threshold, but others have trade-offs. Okay? And that's actually true. If you take, for example, the use of fertilizer or nitrogen in the soil, yes, it's good for food production, that's a plus. But beyond a point, there is a negative, right? It can actually lead to problems of soil. It can lead to problems in coastal oceans. Okay? But there are parts of the world which will definitely benefit from more use of nitrogen, like in Africa, and which could actually solve many of the problems that we have of global hunger. Okay? So it's actually the interaction between these ecological processes, okay, which finally result in greenhouse gases, which has the impact. And therefore, it's a question of identifying what are the means and what are the ends. And once you start to think that way, you're really thinking of trade-offs. Okay? And that's really the heart of sustainability. So I'm not going to talk about this. I'm sure we are going to listen to a very enlightening lecture. I've always been a fan of great scientists and of people like Dr. Pillai. I've had the good fortune of he worked with Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. I had the good fortune of working with him in a very small manner as well. Okay? And I'm sure we're going to see pearls of wisdom in today's lecture series. So thank you, welcome, and pleasure.
Thank you very much, sir, for discussing certain intricate aspects on this note. Sir's enriched experience with Abdul Kalam sir, compiled in terms of a book being presented here. I request all of you to applaud this. Second book is on Success Mantra of BrahMos.
Leadership. Revolution in leadership.
You're already seeing the widespread, knowledge. I mean, from leadership, which is really a management subject, okay, to his work on BrahMos, to the work with Abdul Kalam. Pleasure, sir. Thank you so much. I'm honored.
Thank you so much, sir. I now request my colleague friend, Dr. K. Suresh, sir, to come over to the dais and introduce Dr. V. Bhujanga Rao, sir.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. It's with immense pleasure and great anticipation, I, Dr. K. Suresh, stand before you to introduce our distinguished guest, Dr. V. Bhujanga Rao Garu, born on 10th October 1951, received an MSc Physics Acoustics from SV University, and MS in Mechanical Engineering from IISc, PhD in Mechanical Engineering from JNTU, Hyderabad, and PhD in Management from Devi Ahalya Vishwavidyalaya, Indore. In his 43 years of rich professional experience in defense R&D, he served the organization in various positions, becoming the Director of NSTL, April 2006, and Director General of DRDO in September 2011. In his long and distinguished career as a scientist, he has contributed immensely to defense R&D, particularly warship technologies, naval stealth technologies. And he received several prestigious awards and honors such as National Award for Empowerment of Persons with Disabilities, 2015, Suri Bhagavantam Distinguished Acoustician Award, 2013, Vasvik Award of Mechanical Sciences, 2011, DRDO Technology Leadership Award, 2010, Silicon Trophy for Outstanding Contribution towards Development of Several Naval Systems, 2010, Stanley Elrich Gold Medal from Acoustical Society of America, 2010, National Design Award from National Design Research Foundation, 2009, Organizational Excellence in Innovation Award by Indian Institute of Industrial Engineering, 2008, DRDO Agni Award for Excellence in Self-Reliance, 2005, DRDO Scientist of the Year, 93, and Technology Award for Studies on Gas Turbine Vibrations, 92. After superannuation from DRDO, he served as ISRO Chair Professor at NIAS IISc campus for 5 years. Presently, he is Chairman of KIMS Foundation and Research Center, Hyderabad, working on many healthcare initiatives such as smart classes for blind and telemedicine center for deaf to help the society. He is the chief designer of low-cost Indian cochlear implant program with successful outcome. He is a fellow of INAE, fellow of INSA, and patron of CMSI, a past president and fellow of Acoustic Society of India, and fellow of many other societies. He is honorary design engineer at SM Kiro Machine Building Plant, ISC, Kazakhstan, a honorary professor at Department of Mechanical Engineering at Andhra University, and a member of Government of Karnataka State's Governing Council and Science and Technology. He was conferred with Doctor of Science, Honorary Doctor of Science by Vikram Simhapuri University, Nellore, and by NIT Kurukshetra, and by GITAM University, Visakhapatnam. GITAM, deemed to be university, considers it a privilege and tribute to institute an endowment lecture in honor of this great son of India, who has immensely contributed to the advancement of condition monitoring, which has become the backbone of Industry 4.0. and the widespread use of science and technology in the country. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir. GITAM is honored to felicitate such enriched and enlightened personality. I now request the dignitaries to join their hands to felicitate Dr. V. Bhujanga Rao Garu. Thank you very much, sirs. Without any further ado, we all have been listening to sir's words since a couple of years. We want you to be shredded under the shade of Dr. V. Bhujanga Rao sir's knowledge. I now request Dr. V. Bhujanga Rao sir, Chairman, KIMS Foundation and Research Center, former distinguished scientist and Director General NSNM at DRDO, to address the gathering. So please.
Very good morning to all of you. It's really a great pleasure for me to be at GITAM, and I always feel very good vibrations here. Very nice feeling we get at GITAM, and very good value system. So I'm very thankful again to be here, to the management of GITAM. So chief guest of this function, today's function, Padma Shri Awardee, Padma Bhushan Awardee, Order of the Peter the Great Awardee from Russian Federation, man behind BrahMos missile, Dr. A. Sivathanu Pillai, and Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor D'Souza, Dr. K. Nagendra Prasad, Dr. Ganesh Kumar, Dr. Rajeswar Reddy, and CMSI executive members, Professor M.R.S. Satyanarayana, Dr. Venkatatnam, and NSTL Director, Dr. Abraham, Captain Krishna from Vijayawada has come all over there, Prakash Rao, many number of people, districts gathering. And if I forget, if I miss somebody, please, it is only, excuse me for that, it is not intentional, you know that. Press and electronic media, most important, the students of GITAM University. Again, a very good morning to all of you. A very pleasant day ahead with us today. So, Mr. Ganesh Kumar, my predecessor, has spoken about quite detail what is a condition monitoring. So, I'm not going to repeat it. And also, I know you're all anxiously waiting for the chief guest to speak, and you are waiting to listen to him. I'll just add a few points what Mr. Ganesh Kumar said, and also Dr. Pillai was mentioning. What are the good points, technology points, which can come out of condition monitoring execution? So those things I'll highlight. And you know, in 2023, this condition monitoring was started, and you know what is a condition monitoring? It's just measurement of parameters and data, and to predict the life and machinery condition. Now in 2025, we are 20 years, 22 to 23 years over. What happened in this period? This period saw one of the greatest innovations in the world. We call it digital transformation in one. So you have seen, cloud systems, and you have seen various, AR, VR, edge computing, fog computing, very extensive use of IoT, then the AI, ML, then CNN. So like that, then digital twin, AR and VR, these kind of things. Now, condition monitoring plus these things becomes Industry 4. That's why Ganesh Kumar said it is central pillar of Industry 4, backbone of Industry 4, or the gateway of Industry 4. It is true. It is everywhere used. Now, what is this digital twin I was talking? This digital twin, you're all using it. I don't know how many of you know it. You're all using a digital twin every day, every minute when you go out. That is Google Map. Physically, you see a Google Map, on the roads, bridges, canals, everything. And its replica, you see a digital replica in your mobile. So that is nothing but a digital map. More precise, they call it digital shadow. If we can give a input back from digital shadow to physical system, it becomes digital twin. In fact, they all started with Apollo 13 spacecraft, when Apollo 13 carrying 2 astronauts and 3 astronauts, 2 to be landed on moon and 1 in the thing, they faced a very serious problem. They have to shut down, the program has to be changed. There was a risk of danger, some kind of explosion. So they had to handle it. It was never expected. First time what they did is, they started all the circuitry, everything, digitized what all data, NASA scientists. Then they communicated with them, continuously getting data. They modified changes they made in the laboratory, again informed them, again got information, like that. It went on. Finally, they could save the astronauts and brought back. The mission was aborted, but the aircraft, the flight, the people have been brought back to safely onto the land. So it was the first use of digital twin. Now it has entered all fields. And UK government has made digital twin national program. That means you can understand why it has become a national program. See, now there is some in Imperial College London, some suit is designed for human being. If you wear that suit with a lot of sensors, you can get that picture on the mobile. You can even see how the blood is flowing, where are the blockages and thinning of veins or expanding, all those kind of things. So one can see a digital twin. That's why it's become very popular now. It is the latest subject it has become. Now even in the space station, International Space Station, some problem comes. Now we have the digital twin of it here already. So we can easily solve it. Okay. So this is one technology. I think GITAM University should start a center. Okay, so one of the areas, like UK has started a national program, we should have a program. Very sure India is going to come up with a program. Now only a few universities or few institutes are working on that. Still not fully understood, but it is a very important area. This is one I want to tell, being youngsters, you should start. What is a digital twin, how to use it. This national program, it is likely to come up in future. You should also support it. Similarly, you were talking about AR, VR, we mentioned, Ganesh Kumar mentioned, that is augmented reality and virtual reality. Now it is combined, people are calling mixed reality. Now whole thing is combined, people are calling XR, extended reality. Everything is extended today. You have virtual space, real thing is augmented, virtual thing is augmented. So this again another area with condition monitoring is going to change the scenario. I'm very happy, GITAM Ministry is having a very good team of AR and VR. You have a center, if I'm right. Now that center you must expand it to include condition monitoring. This makes a lot of changes, a lot of benefits of it. So there are many examples of that, XR, VR. Now US space systems, they have developed an helicopter, the helicopters today in US, total operation of the gear system, machinery, their engine, can be seen on the AR, VR as the defect progresses or defect forms. You can make out that. So in real time you can see that. So that's why you can see some of the helicopters of US which participate in many wars, Iraq war onwards, there are no mechanical defects, or only if there is a problem, it is due to human errors. To that level, this technology is useful. I'm very sure you are having the technology in GITAM College, and you can expand it to include condition monitoring. and make it versatile for many, many applications. So these are all very important. You know, I was talking about digital twin, that is also used in supply chain management. It is also used in net zero making by 2040. All these things are part of these programs, these two programs. Another one I would like to say is something called a new word has come, servitization. Okay, I'm sure economists will be knowing that for them it is not new, but it has not entered the dictionary yet. It was coined in 1988. Servitization means service plus organization. They called it servitization. What is the purpose of this? You know, Rolls-Royce, they make gas turbines. For the last 20 years, they are not selling the gas turbines. They are giving the gas turbines. They charge you power by hour. How many hours you use, you pay for that. You don't have to buy the gas turbine. It is a business going on for the last 20 years. Then Xerox machines came. They also started, how many papers you print, you plate. Now that argument is extended, even Vola and other, the services, if you observe properly, it is you are paying for the service, not for the vehicle. Even a very poor man today can ride a vehicle. In our olden days, even hiring a taxi was very difficult, very costly, because if he gives 6 hours and or some 10 kilometers minimum charge, you know. Here it is not that. You whatever distance you travel, whatever time you use, you pay for that. So same thing is now expanding. Today, aquaguards are available, no purifiers. You pay for the water you drink, but you don't have to pay for the machine. Your washing machine, you pay for the washes, not the machine. So this concept has already come in many countries, and I'm sure India also, we should use it. The reason is, if you see the economic pyramid of India, we have very super rich people, then middle class, then upper middle class, lower middle class, poor, further poor, and below poverty line. But if you take poor, middle class, lower middle class, they are more than 60%. And all these 60% of the population are not having the machines, I mean the items which you use, home appliances, everybody is not having. Only 10% are having a washing machine. Only 25% are having some other, like a dishwasher, and like that. Only fridges maybe 50%. Maybe TV maybe maximum 90% of the households are having. So you make them have all these machines without paying the cost, ownership, but they can hire it. That is called servitization. All this happens because of condition monitoring. Today, you know, every washing machine, every fridge, everything can have an edge computer. It will have predictive analytics in it. It can tell wherever on a display, wherever it is, even at 1,000 kilometers distance, what is happening to that gadget. So maintenance, everything can be monitored. So people can buy. This is a concept. And this is, of course, techno business model, which has to, economists have to accept it and work on that. So again, I'm suggesting Professor D'Souza ji is a very great economist. We can implement a center here. Nobody has started in India a servitization center plus condition monitoring to help this 50% of the population. Our G.K. Prahalada was telling the bottom pyramid. So this is helpful for them. So maybe GITAM can take forward this idea of that. Okay. So I'm very, very thankful to you. My sincere thanks to Professor Pillai for having agreed to deliver this talk despite his, too many schedules he has got. And similarly, Professor D'Souza ji and the President who is not here, who had given full, has shown a lot of interest. He said the program should be done very well. That's what he assured me. And also all the management team of the GITAM and the CMSI team. I want to thank all of you for having made this possible. And this is the 12th series lecture on this. Okay, thank you very much. And I know you're all looking for our chief guest speech. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for focusing on multidimensional aspects of research, technology, and real-time scenarios aligned with analogies. I now request Professor M.R.S. Satyanarayana, sir, to introduce Dr. Sivathanu Pillai, sir.
It is my privilege and pleasure to introduce our today keynote speaker, Dr. A. Sivathanu Pillai garu, on the occasion of Dr. V. Bhujanga Rao Endowment lecture. Dr. A. Sivathanu Pillai garu, born on 15th July 1947. Dr. Pillai graduated in electrical engineering from Madras University in the year 1969, underwent management program at Harvard Business School in the year 1991, and obtained PhD from Pune University in the year 1996, DSc from Tumkur University in the year 2012. Dr. Pillai's 50 years of experience in ISRO and DRDO under the great visionary leaders, Dr. Vikram Sarabhai, Professor Satish Dhawan, and 40 years association with Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam made him a technology leader in the field of satellite launch vehicles, guided missiles, and aerospace systems, and also in system engineering and program management. Dr. Pillai's contribution to the successful development of SLV-3 as a core team member and evaluation of PSLV configuration for ISRO have been remarkable. His skills in networking multiple institutions for the development of critical missile technologies, overcoming technology denial regimes imposed by developed nations, and innovative program management techniques enabled realization of Agni, Prithvi, Nag, and Akash missiles under IGMTP as its program director and chief controller of R&D and DRDO. BrahMos Aerospace is a unique joint venture, first of its kind between India and Russia, to design, develop, produce, and market the most advanced supersonic cruise missile. His outstanding leadership qualities as CEO and MD of BrahMos Aerospace made India proud to possess the fastest, highly precise, and the most potent missile BrahMos, which is now inducted in multiple platforms in all three services of Indian Armed Forces. BrahMos is a world leader in the family of cruise missile surpassing those in developed countries. As the architect and founder CEO and MD of joint venture, Dr. Pillai is regarded as the father of BrahMos, which has become role model for establishing joint ventures between India and any other country. Presently, Dr. Pillai's specific interest is promoting hypersonic systems and green hydrogen and other renewable energy projects for achieving net zero carbon and of youth development with required skill and knowledge. Well known as a defense technologist in the world, Dr. Pillai has been recognized by many prestigious engineering and management institutions with fellowships. He has received 100 doctorates from 16 reputed universities of India and Russia. The Moscow University of Security, Defense, and Law Enforcement honored Dr. Pillai with the Order of Peter the Great and the Academician of the University. Dr. Pillai has published more than 100 papers in the international and national journals and conference proceedings, keynote addresses, and chaired many technical and strategic management sessions. Dr. Pillai has written 11 books, including The Path Unexplored Success Mantra of BrahMos, 40 Years with Abdul Kalam, Untold Stories, Revolutionary Leadership, Introduction to Rocket Science and Space Exploration, Nanoscience and Nanotechnology for Engineering and Ocean Warfare. He co-authored with Dr. Abdul Kalam the books of Envisioning an Empowered Nation, Thoughts for the Change We Can Lead. Dr. Pillai is a recipient of various prestigious awards, including Technology Leadership Award, Dr. Vikram Sarabhai Research Award, Organization for Industrial, Spiritual, and Cultural Advancement, International Award from Japan, Raja Ram Mohan Puraskar, Lokmanya Tilak Award, Performance Excellence Award from Ministry of Industrial Engineering, Lal Bahadur Shastri National Award by the President of India. And mostly importantly, Padma Shri in the year 2002, Padma Bhushan in 2003 by the Government of India for his contribution to aerospace, missile, and defense technologies. Another important award, Order of Friendship by the Government of Russian Federation, the highest Russian award for foreign citizens. I am sure that his expertise and experience will bring immense value and inspiration to all of us present here. Let us warmly welcome Dr. A. Sivathanu Pillai, with a big round of applause, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. We now move ahead to one of the most prestigious moments. Felicitation to Dr. Sivathanu Pillai, sir. I now request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, and all the dignitaries to felicitate Dr. V. Bhujanga Rao, sir. Dr. A. Sivathanu Pillai, sir. We are now moving ahead to the prime agenda of this endowment lecture series. Over to Dr. Sivathanu Pillai, sir, for the endowment lecture.
Because I will be moving like this, to see that. This one. Coming on, coming on. Yeah. So color my plate. Vice Chancellor, Professor D'Souza, who has come from IIM to take care of the GITAM University. Dr. Bhujanga Rao, my good friend, who is presently the chairman of KIMS Foundation, who was earlier served as the distinguished scientist and Director General of DRDO. Dr. Varghese, Director Industrial, who has come, the very important person developing all the naval weapons. Professor Nagendra Prasad Garu is the Director, GITAM School of Technology. Then Shri Ganesh Kumar, President, the Conditioning Monitoring Society, who has very vividly explained what the condition monitoring system can do. And then we have Dr. Rajeshwar Reddy, Head of the Department of Mechanical Engineering. And we have the many faculty sitting here, guests are there, and the members of the conditioning monitoring system, and my dear students. I am really honored to stand before you to talk to you about Vision 2047. So first of all, I am thankful to Dr. Bhujanga Rao to push me to this dais and to come to the GITAM University. I have come here many times, but this auditorium is a beautiful auditorium. This is the first time I am talking. And it is a real pleasure to meet all of you, and particularly students who have just joined, first year students also here. So you are all fortunate people to join GITAM University. So condition monitoring system is very important. It is integrated with Industry 4.0. And as Dr. Bhujanga Rao explained, the digital twins and the reality, virtual reality and augmented reality, all are taking shape in the Industry 4.0. Now we are moving to Industry 5.0, where the generative AI and 6G is going to take place. So that is the main theme of 5.0 is sustainability. That's why I thought that I should talk about 5.0 also while I am talking. So dear friends, so let me show you some slides. And this is why we need sustainability for India. We want economic prosperity. We want to be the topmost country in the world to have economic prosperity. Energy security, which is another important thing. Space dominance, we are already doing now, but we want to have, still we have to overtake China. Then military might, which you have seen with the recent war. Industry is absorbing new technologies. Many industries have gone to AI, and they have saved time as well as the cost. They have saved. Infrastructure development going on big way in India. Skill and creativity of the youth, very, very important because we have got 800 million youth. Then startups, entrepreneurship is the order of the day for the young people. Sustainability is our goal. Then transparent leadership for a country like ours with 1.47 billion people, managing is not easy. And with a different language, different culture, everything is different political parties with so many societal problems. And partnership is very important. Earlier we were doing only everything government, now private is also taking place. So if you look at India, this light, can you please switch off? Then they can see better. Please switch off this light. Who is in charge of light? These lights I don't want. So if you look at India, 2000 years before, we were the leaders of the world. 84% of the trade was done by India. You see that, how much wealth we would have created. And knowledge, we were the knowledge people. So all the science thoughts, scientific thoughts, like the gravity or anything you talk about, which you study from the Western world, all have come from India. Space travel. At that time, the Bharadwaj designed a system, 12 different systems to travel between planets, not from Earth to Moon. He was talking about planets travel. So like that, many things have come those days. Atomic energy, talked about the molecule and atom, they have talked about. So many things happened earlier, but what happened to India, we came down in the prosperity. Down sharply we came down because of the invasions, because of non-participation in the Industrial Revolution, and also because of the rising population. This light cannot be switched off. Okay, now what happened after independence? We have become a small India, red India, poverty. Red means poverty. And major change came during 91 when the economic revival was introduced by Narasimha Rao and Manmohan Singh. They made India to be globalized. And then there was a thrust for industrial growth. Information age came and helped us to get work for our young folks. And today we are in the knowledge age. We are in the knowledge age. Hello? So in the knowledge age, what is important is our 800 million youth, they are now trying to get the skill set, contribute to national development projects, startups, entrepreneurship coming up, and now economy is growing. And what we need is to get the developed status. Dr. Abdul Kalam envisioned 2020, but we have crossed 2020. But now we are moving towards the developed status. But definitely in 2047, we will have a bigger India with the green India we will achieve. So what is the vision we had for India is there are 500 scientists who worked for the, what is that coming in between? Okay. So technology vision was generated by 500 scientists for 2 years of working and 17 volumes of reports under Dr. Kalam's leadership. And there are 4 areas that are very dominant areas. One is we should get food security. So agriculture and agro-food processing is very important. That key to employability and also the nutrition we should get. Then education and healthcare, second point, which is very important for the population control, social security, and for employment. Then infrastructure development, electric power, then river networking for water availability in all places, providing urban amenities in rural area for rural development. These are the crucial sectors which we talked about during the evolution of the document. Then information, communication, AI, IoT, all these technologies will give massive employment, export earnings, reaching the whole world. So most importantly, developing critical technology and creating strategic industries will lead to self-reliance. That is the sustainability, what we are talking, because it will give economic security for us. So if you have to get that, what is needed is, we need leapfrog innovations. Now from leapfrog, I am using a new technique called pole vaulting. Leapfrog is only just jumping. That is not sufficient for India to become the top country in the world. For example, GITAM University want to get within 100 in the QS ranking of the world. That is not leapfrogging, that is pole vaulting. You have to do that, then only you will reach that stage. So that is what is very important. We should think of a new type of innovations. Technological innovations can affect the most fundamental changes in the ground rules of economic competitiveness and environment protection. That is getting into sustainability, resulting in sustainable development to the society. So are we moving really? If you look at India, we were having problem for food. More than 50 lakh people died in 1942, the Bengal famine. Then 70 we thought about green revolution. Today we are producing 300 million tons of food grains. We are second in the world in rice and wheat production today. So we have reached that stage. That means we are really moving up in the production of grains. But still poverty has not gone. So the new green revolution 2 is to use space technology. Precision farming, which has come now. With that, we are now targeting 500 million tons of food grains by 2047. White revolution, we are the largest producer of milk in the world, thanks to Organised who started the cooperative movement in Anand, Gujarat. Today, milk is the one which is uniting the people. There is no Harijan or Brahmin. Milk is everybody is equal. Power generation, we are now going for renewable energy. Wind energy, we are already having 41 gigawatt. Now we are adding 23.7 gigawatt. We are more. We are wanting to reach 100 gigawatt of wind power and also 200 gigawatt of solar power. This is our target. And hydrogen, there is a big mission, has been approved by the government. 19,000 crore has been allotted for the hydrogen mission, which is very, very important. That's a green hydrogen, so that we don't produce carbon dioxide. And then now nuclear, 12 more reactors are being now we are working on. So the target is 22,000, but 2047 we want to reach 50,000 megawatt of power using the nuclear, that is the uranium. Then farming, which I talked to you. Supercomputer, once it was denied to us when we were doing the missile program. They did not give the supercomputer which we asked. But today we are making petaflop computers and we are doing quantum computing we are working on. I think GITAM University should start a project to do 1 qubit, you would start a project. This is the way you can bring in a new technology to the institution. Communication, we are very good now. 5G is being introduced throughout India now, and we are moving to 6G communication. And processor has come from IIT Madras. The Shakti processor has been agreed now for production. This will replace all these things which we are importing. And electronics, we are giving a lot of importance. Now Bangalore as well as Gujarat is going to have multiple electronics industries to produce the systems from raw material. And IT and ITS has given last year $290 billion. It has given. That is why most of our children today who are all going to IT, computer science course, you are going because the job opportunities are going to continue. And Parma, we are one of the leaders in Parma, $40 billion we earn out of that. Then if you take defense, we have got the nuclear submarine. We are now launching a new program. Already we have launched advanced medium combat aircraft. It is the stealth fighter we are now working on. This is by the Aeronautics Defense, the agency, development agency in Bangalore. They are taking the lead, who have made the LCA earlier. Now LCA Mark II has come. And this, we are expecting the combat aircraft area, we are expecting nearly $40 billion to come. And we have the missiles. There are strategic missiles developed by Abdul Kalam's leadership. Space program, we have done very well. First SLV-3 gave us the very important technology for making launch vehicles. Today we are making bigger launch vehicles we are making, and we have got new space missions have come. Aditya is doing very well. Now we are moving to new launch vehicles, the huge launch vehicles we want to go to the moon in 4 days. So we are making that one. And then we are concentrating on hypersonics. Like we have got supersonic BrahMos, we are going to have hypersonic cruise missiles we are going to have. And we are going to make the hyperplane, which will take people and cargo to space. And finally, in 2047, we want to operate on the moon. Our factory on the moon will be established in 2047. So this is the way we are moving. Net zero is our goal now, immediate goal. Government has sanctioned all requirements for net zero, so that we are proceeding on that. Quantum computing, quantum mission also has been approved by government, 6,000 crore is there. And infrastructure, if you see that we are doing highways, additionally 75,000 kilometer, railways, then the Hyperloop is coming up, then maritime infrastructure, aviation, 300 airports, then energy, 10 times we want the energy requirement. All these things have been planned, and Skill India is also moved. So if you see that, sound is not
spending over $1.9 trillion just on its infrastructure between 2018 to on the way 2025.
So this is our economy today. We are fourth in the world today. USA, China, Germany and India. We are fourth in the economy today, more than $4 trillion of GDP. And our GDP growth rate is the highest in the world. We are 6.2 now. And China has crashed down from 10 to 4. And USA is nowhere now, is less than 2. So as the economy grows, when we are going to 2047, we are going to be very close to US economy at this rate. Because the US is not going to be down, and Trump is making it faster. And
This is India, the world's fastest growing major economy, expected to be the world's third largest economy by 2027.
so we will become third, and then we have to now take care of US. China is going to be the first. China is doing very well. So there the economy, though the rate is coming down, they are going to be still the leader number 1. And if you look at the Industry 4.0, where we talked about condition monitoring system, that is part of the cyber physical systems now. All these things, the additive manufacturing, cyber security, then the simulations, all these things we are doing. Now a condition monitoring system is more concentrating on the augmented reality, big data, and this. Here I would like to acknowledge the contribution by Commander Srinivas, who has used the condition monitoring system for 7,500 stations, railway stations. Today he is making the total network by IoT, and he is introducing AI by which the whole railway system is coming under the conditioning monitoring system. It's a very great effort he has made. Thanks to you. Just to stand up, let them see you. So we are moving to the 5.0, generative AI, 6G coming, but the main target is sustainability. See, if you see that, sustainability, then resilience, industry should be resilient to any vibrations, anything happening, and human-centric. This is the target for 5.0. And conditioning monitoring system will be very, very, very relevant to the 5.0 also. So robot is going to occupy every place. It's not only the industry is even calculating, process monitoring, everything to be done. So your condition monitoring can be given to that robotics. That's the way things are going to be. And you see that humanoids, these are the soldiers, future soldiers, robotic soldiers. There's a program already launched on the humanoids. Robotic surgery, robot will go and do the surgery. And agriculture, they will come in. Space, they have already come, and they are going to be very important for the future. And this is the robotic lady who is going to be the first in our Gaganyaan program. And the AI, if you see, now we talk about only the ML, DL and all, but now it's a generative AI is taking a big place. Artificial general intelligence, the new thing which is going to come, which will also completely change. You want to make a movie, you can make it in one day with your computer. You don't need the actors. Actors will come in the computer itself. That is the type of thing they are now coming up. And there are many applications, art, everything, every field, the generative AI is going to control. So what is going to happen to the society? Society from hunter, agriculture to industry, and then information society we have come now. Under the industry 4.0, cyber physical system, we are industry 4.0. So information society also 4.0. Now with industry 5.0 coming and robotic and AI taking over, the society is also going to change. We are going to call the society, you people, the youth people, in another 5 years we will be calling you super smart society. This is the change which is going to happen, where AI, IoT, all the new techniques will take place, will completely change our way of life. So all these things started with a vision for making India a great India, and Baba was the pioneer. Baba thought India should become a nuclear India so that we are also equal to the big countries. Why only 5 countries should have the veto power and control the world? Why not India? He thought about it. So he made a 3-pronged approach. One is using uranium, second using thorium. 1/4 of the world thorium is available in India. So he said that we should use thorium, convert thorium into uranium and make power. This is what he said. And third thing he said, third approach is the fusion energy. We should launch a program. This is what his direction. And people are now working on that. We have done the nuclear test, and these are the 3 people who dominated in the nuclear test, Abdul Kalam and Dr. Sivathanu with Mr. Vajpayee. And we have taken a big policy that no first use. We will not use it first, and we will not use at all against non-nuclear country. And we will keep only minimum credible deterrence, that is stockpile. The nuclear warhead will be only minimum for our defense. This is the policy, and now we are moving towards use of the nuclear power for medicine, for other technologies. So the quantum computing technology, robotic system, many of them all come from the nuclear people. So the fusion energy is a very important thing. That is, we have joined the international bodies. This is called International Thermonuclear Experimental Reactor with 500 megawatt being established at France with our support. India has made this cryostat, this big structure, what you are saying, it has been made by Larsen and Toubro under our IPR program. There is the Institute of Plasma Research, Ahmedabad. They are the leaders in the ITER India. And this has been made. Vacuum vessels have been made by industries in Bangalore. So we are contributing 10% of the whole thing. Other countries are also contributing each 10%. USA, China, South Korea, then Russia, all these people are contributing 10% each. Europe is doing the remaining. And this is going to be a very, very important technology. It's already assembled now. Now next year, we are expecting the reactor to go critical. And this will give a lot of knowledge about the fusion energy, which we want to make the fusion reactor, we want to make ourselves. We have made one tokamak, small tokamak in Ahmedabad. That's not sufficient, but this is giving a totally a new knowledge. Nearly 600 engineers are working from India to do this project. Why we need nuclear, the fusion energy is, the reason is this. This is the moon. Moon has got more than 1 million tons of helium-3. Why helium-3? Helium-3 came because of the bombardment for billions of years. The high energy particles are coming from the sun and they are deposited on the moon. Moon has no atmosphere, so nothing happens, they are all getting deposited there. The same thing cannot happen on the earth. So these accumulated energy source, which has been brought by the astronauts who went there, the American astronauts, they have studied, they have extracted helium-3 and found it is 100 times superior to uranium, and not only that, it is non-radioactive. Your safety problems are minimum. So that means you have to extract the helium from the dust. Dust is called regolith. We have to extract that and make them in the bottles and then put it in our rocket, launch from the moon. We should come back to the earth and then use it in the fusion reactor. So this it will be fused with the deuterium. So that is the helium-3 plus deuterium will give enormous energy compared to the uranium. This is what is going to happen. But that means first we have to establish a factory there. So the current plan is 2040 Indians are landing on the moon. 2047 is our industry setup. So all these things need space technology. So following Baba came the Dr. Sarabhai, who has started the program, space program. He is the father of our Indian space program. He said that India will be second to none in using advanced technologies for solving problems of common man. So he wanted to have proper communication among the people, proper television support, all these things he thought that it should be done. So he started the program in a place called Tumba, which is very close to Trivandrum. Why Tumba? Tumba is the only place in India where the magnetic equator is passing through. So you can get accurate data of the atmosphere in that place. So nearly 60,000 rockets have been launched from that Tumba. From all the countries they came to do the experiments in our place. Because there only the electron jet is there, so where you can get the correct data on the atmosphere, different spheres of the atmosphere. So the Tumba was dedicated to the United Nations during Indira Gandhi's time. And this is the first rocket, the American rocket launched from there in 1963. And our own development, our own rocket, the 75 was launched in 67. So now from their small rocket, we thought we should make a bigger rocket, that is the SLV. This is a 17-ton rocket, 4 stages, and it has to put a satellite called Rohini satellite of 40 kg into the Earth orbit. This is the program, which was initiated by Vikram Sarabhai, but unfortunately he died, so the Abdul Kalam became the project director for the SLV-3, and by the time we have also done the configuration for the geosynchronous vehicle. So Abdul Kalam launched the first rocket 18th July 1980, and India became the member of the Space Club. So that time the chairman was Satish Dhawan. He is standing here, Satish Dhawan, and we are all his team. We are his team members, and we launched it successfully. And then afterwards, you see that the development, we have got many satellites launched, remote sensing, communication, and then the navigation, and also planetary missions, Aditya, so many things have happened afterwards, and India is totally self-reliant in space technology. Will space give sustainability? Yes, that's what I am trying to tell you. So today we have the many things. We are launching towards the orbits, different orbits, low Earth orbit for scientific missions and also for the missions which are related to navigation, polar orbit for studying the Earth, remote sensing, pole to pole. When you put the satellite, as the Earth is rotating from west to east, you get the complete place. You will, all the parts of the Earth can be monitored by the satellite. Geostationary orbit is the one which is 36,000 away from the equator, and at this point when the satellite is put, it is synchronized to the Earth's rotation, so it always covers only one point on the Earth. So that's how we are getting 24 hours our mobile phone working, and TV, everything is there. That's communication. TV. Wait, TV is not playing. Video not playing. You people have done something. Okay. So now we are going, that is tomorrow, there is a launch of the new satellite called NISAR. NASA ISRO synthetic aperture radar, supposed to be launched tomorrow. And I think they are preparing for that. This is a very, very important satellite which will give complete data, very accurate data on the Earth, even penetration it will give. So we have got a series of satellites which we have launched on the Earth monitoring, remote sensing. This is going to be one of the very important launch. This is what I said about precision farming. The satellite data is received by a ground station. This is done by one startup called Chancellor. They are from Bangalore, but they are working in Andhra Pradesh. And they have taken nearly 10 acres of land. Now they are modifying the land from this type of land to this type of land. They want to control by one mobile phone the whole farming. So the soil condition comes from the satellite. Then the soil seeds are selected by the satellite pictures. Then they use drone. And also robotic for planting and drone for spraying, and all controlled by AI. So AI, drone, robot, all technologies they have integrated with their mobile phone, and they sit in our huts, just a hut, and they are making the land better. So this increased the productivity to 3 times. That's why they want this to be introduced into the country. So here generative AI solutions are also coming up. Computer vision for satellite images, real-time data processing, then decision-making support, data integration, predictive analysis, all these things are being done. Satellite or drone-based laser-induced breakdown spectroscopy has emerged as a powerful tool enabling rapid and accurate elemental analysis of soil composition. Because soil is eroding over a period of time, we have used its eroding, so we want to see that soil is rich now for agriculture. So looking at the satellite and then monitoring from the satellite images they are doing. Now we are also thinking satellite in the geo so that always the data is available to the for the purpose of the earth resource. Communication is our to reach our people. So the television, broadcasting, then telemedicine, super specialty hospitals are connected to connected remotely operated hospitals. Then now in future telesurgery will come. A good doctor from Hyderabad can operate a patient in Vizag through satellite. Can do that. Then you have got village resource centers. People who have not gone to school, now there is an opportunity for them to know their market position, whether all things, important things they will know, including education. So this is becoming a very important thing for the people. And the most important thing is our meteorological, that is our weather conditions, cyclone warning, all these things are done. So our satellite becomes part of our life. So ISRO has now decided to go in a big way to do the revenue, and this OneWeb launch for the UK. They have done 72 satellites. They launched in two rockets. They have done 436 foreign satellites have been launched for 36 countries already, and there's a huge market. $15 billion market is there. So they are now looking at their economy, and globally we are becoming very, very competitive because our launch vehicles are very reliable, and the premium is the lowest for Indian rockets.
Become the first country in the world to reach Mars in its first attempt and become the first country in the world to successfully land a spacecraft on South Pole of the Moon. And did you know that India has created an incredible record by successfully launching 104 satellites by a single rocket?
So now it's a time for the youngsters to innovate space startups. New startups are coming. Agnikul from IIT, it has come and they have made 3D printed hardware. And the first semi-cryogenic engine they have fired. Even ISRO has not done, they have done it. Then the Skyroot from Hyderabad, they are also now moving in a big way. So there are satellite builders are there. All are now bubbled, they are got energy to create new type of, industries. More than 400 industries are there now, space and defense. More than 2,000 crore investment has already happened to them. And totally, if you look at India, India has got 1,40,000 startups and 117 unicorns. Each unicorn is generating more than $1 billion per year. So India is now leading in the startup position, and Andhra Pradesh is one of the leaders. Maharashtra and then Bangalore. These are the leaders in the startups now. And
50% of its population below the age of 25 years. And this young force is starting their business, due to which India has become the world's largest and fastest growing startup ecosystem.
so now we are now moving to the human space program, and already out of the 4 people trained in Russia for becoming the astronauts, one of them, Sukla, has gone to the International Space Station. Our Gaganyaan program will start next year with this lady going first and followed by these people, and we need nearly 100 to 200 astronauts now we need immediately. So we have established an astronauts training center in Bangalore, and in future many people just to go up. Now you know the tourism is going to be very important for space in the future. Where do you go? You have seen all the places in the world. Now you have to see outside the world. So people will now move. So the economy is going to prosper. And so we have to prepare astronauts training centers. We should prepare them physically fit to go, and then we should take them. And then that's a thing ISRO is going to do in the future. So the plan for ISRO is to go for the Chandrayaan 4. Chandrayaan 4 bottom you can see, Chandrayaan CH4, that is to take the material and bring it back. Then next 5, 6, 7, up to 7 has been planned. And then Gaganyaan program, which will start next year, it is going to be first is humanoid mission, and then it will be man will go. Then we are going to establish the Bharatiya Antariksha station, our own space station, to be put in 2035. And then 2040 is the human landing on the moon. 2047 is the lunar base. And launches, we need bigger launches we need. So we are going in developing the bigger launch vehicles. We are going to make it. So this program is approved now. It's an approved program which I am showing to you. So we also need sustainability in energy. So we are thinking of a solar power satellite, multiple solar power satellites, because the ground you get only limited time for the solar cells to operate. So we want to go to space and operate from there. So these satellites will get energy nearly 24 hours, and they will transmit energy through microwave to a remote place and then convert it. You can get drinking water also using the power, desalinate, and you pump water to the people in this one, plus you get the energy. So we need to go multiple times to space and build these big stations. So that is why we need a hyperplane, which will take the, part of the assembly, and we can assemble it in space. Like the Chinese have done that. They are assembling a space station. They are making it it's a very good work they have done. Similar thing we have to do that. So this low cost access to space is very important. That is why we need a reusable system. So from the space, we look at the war theater also. We'll look at it where the technology is very, very important, very close to that. Initially, we were doing human-centric warfare, and the first to introduce the weapon is India. In 1790, the Bhushan used 6,000 of these rockets to defeat the British. So what he launched is a 2-kilogram gunpowder with a sword, and launched number of them, and they are swirling and hitting the British who came in cavalries, and British got wild, and then they got defeated. And then 1799 they killed Tipu and they have taken 10,000 of these rockets to their arsenal. Even now the arsenal is these rockets you can see only in England, Woolwich Artillery Museum, with the golden letters that this rocket was first used by India, and they have defeated the British, they are saying. They have written there. So that is the rocket. And then now we moved on to World War I. World War II gave a new rocket called V2, introduced by Germans, and new platforms started coming in. Then end of the Second World War, the nuclear blast happened. Now military satellites, bombers, missiles, nuclear submarines all have come now. So during the Cold War. So we are now today is a completely transformed situation in the war theater, and the future war is going to be network centric using AI and IoT. War will be in space. War can be between missile to missile. War can be between submarine to submarine, underwater. Kinetic energy lasers will play a very important role. High power microwave will come in to defeat the enemy. So interoperability, standoff precision weapons, hypersonic drones, high power microwaves, sensor networking, situation awareness, stealth, all these things will come. Most importantly, cyber warfare is very, very important. So these are the things which are going to happen in the future war. So war should be short time, quickly it should be done, so that is what is required to be done. So the nation's ability to provide its own security and to conduct an independent foreign policy is dependent on the degree to which the nation is able to underpin self-reliance in defense and defense systems. If you are not self-reliant in defense systems, and if you are depending on some other country, you are no country. So the very important thing for sustainability is the defense system should be ours. That is what is very, very important. And if you want to achieve self-reliance, you have to make things of our own. That means inventions have to happen. New things have to be developed. So once you have what is the network-centric warfare which I told you? It is connecting the command, control, communication computer with intelligence. That means all you are going to use. Command systems, you need software everywhere. Control system, communication, computer, intelligence, surveillance, reconnaissance, all have to be integrated with the platforms and sensors and also the weapons. This is the war. If we can do that effectively, that is what we have shown in the Sindoor. Sindoor war is nothing but this. We have integrated all the systems to give a command and control and delivered the BrahMos to the enemy and finished him. So all started with Abdul Kalam, no? He is the origin. So after doing the SLV3, he thought his mind was working on how to make missiles. So he came to DRDO and started thinking about integrated guided missile development program with 5 missiles. Prithvi, that is Earth, Prithvi means Earth, one point of Earth to another point of Earth it goes. It's a short range ballistic missile. Then Agni is a long range ballistic missile. It goes to space and comes back, re-enters. During re-entry it is 3000 degree it has to face. So it is doing Agni Pravesh. So he named it Agni. Then Nog is an anti-tank missile. All the Americans launch anti-tank missiles against the other tank straight. We are the only people not launch strike. We launch it such a way that there is a manhole at the top for the person operator to enter. Very small point. That point if you have to hit, you have to take a cobra trajectory, then only you can hit. So that's why it's called Nog. Then Akash, multiple missiles go and fight against the incoming aircraft, and the whole war takes place in Akash. Then Trishul is 3 roles. It has got surface to air to ground, and then anti-missile against the missile coming from a ship. So there's 3 roles it has got. But when we started, we were 30 years behind the developed countries. Technology is not available. There's a constraint. When we started saying that we are going to develop missile, immediately all the fellows joined together with the captain by USA, saying that missile technology control regime, nothing will be given to India. Then rapid technology, absolute technology is also moving up. User requirement is also changing depending on the war. New systems available in the market, newer systems available, but we have to catch up that newer system. War strategy changing. Industry, there was no support during 83. This was the situation. But this man said, don't worry about all these things. You have to make contemporary performance at the time of deployment. Innovation is the key. That means you have to make equal to America, he said. Nothing less than that, whatever you make. So that means future technology you have to think, leapfrog. Now, newer concepts, what others cannot think. After all, Indian brain only working in America. Why not in India? Okay? The best people studying in IIT, they go. Best people studying in GITAM, they are working for India. Okay? That is the concept he had. And the design adaptability, use all the institutions combined for as a national program. So example, all the ballistic missiles like Prithvi, they go in a ballistic trajectory. Ballistic trajectory means parabolic trajectory. All missiles. Only Indian missile go in a maneuverable trajectory. See that? From Vizag to Hyderabad, if you want to go, you first go to Bombay, that direction. So you deceive the enemy. Today people know that if you send a missile, enemy missile comes and hits it based on the input given by the satellite and radars. But our missile goes, nobody can tell you where it goes. Because it's going on changing its azimuth, going on changing its pitch, changing, nobody knows where is the target for it. So this is the concept introduced only by India. I am telling you one example. There are 200 such examples we have got where we have overtaken all the people. So we have maneuverable trajectory. Accuracy, you want high accuracy, you want. Accuracy can be done with the high sensors, best sensors. Best sensors are not available. 4 guys sat together, just coming from college, they sat together, they injected a software into the hardware, a new innovation by which they increase the accuracy. So next missile is Agni. We have got 5 different Agnis are there. And Agni 1 is a single stage, meant for this area, 700 kilometer. This country will not exist if they come for nuclear war. Understood, no? So this country will not exist if it is a nuclear war. We have got Agni 5 which can reach this place. So that is the capability we have already built and ready. Okay. So here also one example I want to tell you about the computer. We were thinking of doing the re-entry. Re-entry means the shape is very important. But it is re-entering at a higher speed, 14 Mach number, 14 times the speed of sound when it is entering. That is a 3000 degree. The material should withstand that. Another thing is the plasma, the shape can change. So what is the shape which will be helpful to us? So we started studying shape. Hundreds of shapes came. Which shape is good, we don't know. But there is nothing to do experiment in our place. No experiment is possible. So we have to do software. So software is called computational fluid dynamics. That means you take the shape, you identify near the 100,000 grid points. For each grid point, you study the strength, temperature, all studies you do it. So that means you need a program by which you analyze each point in a computer. So we used Euler principle and then used a normal conventional computer. It was taking 9 days for doing one iteration. So you have to do 1 lakh iteration for one shape, and now hundreds of shapes are there. So it is not possible to do that. Time will go. So we said, Abdul Kalam, please get a supercomputer for us. So he went all the way to Washington, requested this defense secretary, please give one grey computer. So he gave lunch to him and told him, sir, you are a great scientist of India. We will give you dinner, but not computer. So he came back and 14 young people joined together and told him, sir, we will make the computer. Just came from college, those people, computer scientists, you are all there, no? So young minds take challenge. Okay, they said we will make. So they made a computer called Pace Plus. That was 20 times faster than the Cray XW, which was refused to us. In 2 years they did, and then USA surrendered to us. They said that we will give you a Cray factory to India. And our government returned to them saying that we don't want Cray factory in India. So that is the thing. Spirit you should see. And by the time we established a CFD center in the Institute of Science, they have developed new software. You can see BIMA, KVIMA, like that new software they have developed. With the new software, with this supercomputer, we could make 9 days to 5 minutes for iteration. This is the type of contribution from the young people. So please understand, your future is not going to a computer company and writing a program for America. Please understand that. You may get money, but you are not contributing to the country. You should see what you can contribute to the country level. So like this, we have made re-entry, sensors, guidance and control, seeker system, image processing, our own processor, virtual reality, the components, various components for super components for the electronic warfare, a phase shifter which is required for the war, Akash for Akash. Then we established our own facilities, new radars, new underwater systems, new materials, all have been developed. And finally we told the foreign countries who have put MTCR, thanks to you. We are thanking you because technology denied is technology gained. You have denied the technology, we have gained because of that. Thanks to you. So now we are also having a system which can defend us. If there is a nuclear war and nuclear missile, enemy missile is coming, we have got the technology to intercept it at 100 kilometers. When it is traveling to its place. And when it escapes, then we have got 25 kilometers, another system goes. So first two missiles go and intercept. This is 95% probability. And then it comes down, it is 98.5 probability, we have got 3 missiles go. And if that escapes, then we have got at the end, we have got now this laser. We have got a 30 kilowatt laser already positioned, which took place in which participated in the war, our own laser weapon. So now the future war can be space to space or space to ground or earth to space. So we need to develop a system by which we can finish off the satellites. If the enemy satellite is trying to do damage to us, we can send a missile and finish off that satellite. That is called anti-satellite system. This also we approved. Drones coming up, and we need a laser weapon. We need to destroy that. That also we approved. We have done that in the war. So after all these things, when we have reached a stage, we thought of something new. That is, we should overtake others. Why to do equal to them? Why not we overtake them? Then only the idea came of making a supersonic cruise missile, integrating the core competencies of two nations, India and Russia. with the participation of 50.5 by India and 49.5% from the Russian side. The very fact it is 50.5, it has become a private company. Even though two governments have funded, company is private and operated by a board, and I became the CEO of that company. So it was a company, this whole program, intergovernment agreement was signed at Moscow by Abdul Kalam is signing that. Then we have got a joint design, joint development, manufacture and marketing. Mind to market was our concept, and we have contributed 50% from us, 50% by the Russians. So this is we can launch from shore, we can launch from ship, we can launch from submarine, we can launch from silos, we can launch from aircraft. Any platform, any type of trajectory you can take, any type of target you can hit on land or ship, sea, any place you can launch, snow or sea or tropical desert, any place. The only operational supersonic cruise missile, sea, land and air in the whole world is BrahMos. Why the name BrahMos? It is Brahmaputra and Moscow are the name of two rivers. So this is the naval system. Video not playing, huh? You are missing the video. So this is air. This was used in Sindoor. No? From here we operated the BrahMos, which came down. So this is the target. Here is the target, center of the two red points. So this is without warhead. Please understand what I am showing is without warhead. If it is a warhead, the whole island will not be there. That's why we cannot put warhead. But there we have used warhead. Okay. So this is the comparison with the US. US has got Tomahawk. That's a subsonic missile. We have got BrahMos. We are 3 times faster. Then 1/3 time we can reach. Half MV squared is the kinetic energy. So we are 9 times in the energy. And same system can be used in sea land target. They cannot do that. Every 3 seconds a missile can go. Undefeatable due to speed, stealth, electronic counter measures. So we are number 1 in the world. World leader in cruise missile family. So it is not only number 1 in the world. We started with investment of $300 million for the total thing, and we have developed many systems beyond the scope, and Navy and Army, Air Force were successfully completed within time, delivered, operational. Indian Army and IAF are the only forces in the world to have supersonic precision strike missiles. This air version of supersonic missile is nowhere in the world. We are the only people having. Then present order is $9 billion we have generated. Okay? So it's a successful company, as a public-private partnership, good concept, leapfrog, and speed, precision and power was dictated by the future war. Leadership was thinking ahead and managing complexities, creativity. So best management practices, competency building, technology partnership, JV helped us, and highly. Now, what I am going to tell your young people, we have done from a dumb system to genius system we have made. Now your job is to make it transhuman. If Krishna can operate from his mind, he can operate a Sudarshan Chakra. Why you can't operate from your mind a weapon? This is our next goal. So launch a missile by mind. Why mind? Because the high-power microwave systems I have seen, if it is flying over Vizag, nothing will work here. Everything will be shut off. So you can't operate a missile if there is a microwave jamming is there. Only our mind can work. So that is why we are thinking that we should become Krishna. Okay? So operate like Sudarshan Chakra and make it reusable. Finish the enemy and come back to us so that we save money. Reusable cruise missile, mind operated. So next 100 years are yours. Okay, you are going to have very big programs, you are going to have very big technologies are going to come. But in case Earth is going to be in trouble, even though we have got net zero carbon, we have got, but still people are producing 51 billion tons of carbon every year we are producing, 51 billion tons. It is not stopping. Only few countries in the Scandinavian countries, they have made good progress in the net zero. India is not making good progress yet. And many other countries, Americans, Chinese, they are not bothered about anything. So with that situation, if Earth is in trouble, we will shift you to Proxima b. Okay? So the next thing is how to create, how to go travel. If you have to travel 4 light years, these are 4 light years beyond. And there is a $40 billion, there are 7 equivalent to our Earth is there. That is called TRAPPIST. So if you have to travel that, you have to achieve the speed of light. If you travel in speed of light, your age will not be counted. As it is, you can go and land. So the next attempt is to make systems which can go speed of light. Okay? So there are a lot of the developments are going on to increase the speed. New systems are coming, laser propulsion, the solar power propulsion, blast power. So many things are new things are coming up, and we are almost reaching the speed of light, but we will reach. So then you can travel to other new Earth. You can travel. So that is your goal is to not only to go to space and see the Earth. You should also go to new planet. Human race will stay. Earth may not stay, sun may not stay, human race should stay. That is the objective. Okay, so India, a prosperous country with 800 million, if we can achieve 8.5% GDP growth rate, industry should make for the world, then the future is India. You get all these things, you can get economic prosperity, we are getting energy security because solar power, hydrogen power, and new things are coming up. Helium-3, which I told you, they are all going to give sustainability, space dominance, mission, then military might, industry, skill, net zero carbon. We have got civilization heritage. We are not country with the inherited people. No, there's people coming from outside. They are controlling the American whole thing. There's no original person, but Indians are original. India is original country. So with the civilization heritage what we are having, self-reliance is our mission, sustainability is our goal. Why not we get it with all your youth sitting here? Okay? So thank you very much. I think we can ask some few questions. You can ask. Please ask. People are hungry, I think. If they are standing up, I can put the Janaganamana. Shall I put?
भारत भाग्य विधाता
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा
द्राविड उत्कल बंगा
विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा
उच्छल जलधि तरंग तव शुभ नाम जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे जय हे जय जय जय
Thank you, thank you. So developed India is in your hands now. Developed India is in your hands. GITAM University will take a prime role in making developed India. Thank you very much.